are doing part 2 of questions for my mom and dad.
Hi.
Yay.
The series. Alright, so our first question is going to be from somebody that asked a question on our original video, Miss Tamika Terrio.
Yep.
Her question was, who pursued who?
Good question. Dennis?
I know the
So-
story.
Well, no, there's a story behind there, but I don't know if who pursued who is really.
Yeah. So our good friend at the time and still good friend,
Jeremy Arp.
Jeremy Art, was one of my high school best friends, and he was going to college at Nichols, and I started a little later than him, and struggled with finding a guy that I could be happy with, let's say it that way, and had a lot of turmoil that I had just come through in my teenage years and non-teenage years. So my friend Jeremy was in a very serious relationship with his now wife and
Christy.
beautiful wife,
Yes.
Christy. And one day I said to him, Jeremy, I just wish I could find somebody like you.
And so
And-
Jeremy had Jeremy was going to set it up.
He cultivated a plan.
Yes, but he was going to invite me to a New Year's Eve party. But Richie Parker, who I went to Nichols with, invited me to go to see Cowboy Mouth of Dash in New Orleans. Fantastic concert, by the way, on New Year's Eve night. I think the only time
Of
I've been.
1993.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, 1995. Sorry, I
4.
graduated in 93.
94. You were
Yes,
married in
94.
95.
Woo! Sorry. Long time ago.
So then Jeremy brought her into the office I was working at over at Nichols, because we were working on a similar project. And then not that much longer later, we spent the entire week working together on a project that involved
Team Spirit Project.
Yeah, Team Spirit Project. And at the end of that week, I asked her out on a date. And what's funny is that she couldn't go because Shenandoah,
I was supposed to go to a Shenandoah concert.
Yes.
And they canceled.
and we went on the date. And a month and a half later, we were married.
No, we were engaged.
No, you were not.
Engaged.
2
engaged.
months ago.
No, a month and 5 days later. First date was January 31st.
January 27th.
Yeah, January 31st was our first date.
My whole life is a lie.
It's 27.
27th. January 27th was our first date, and then March 4th I asked her to marry me. So that's a month and a little bit.
So let me add in a little bit for kicks and giggles. Stop.
Sorry, our dog was rubbing herself on the ground.
So let me add in a little bit for kicks and giggles.
I was wondering if you were going here.
According to Dennis, I was just going to be someone to
Have
have
some fun
fun with.
Just go on a few dates.
'Cause
Just
he
relax
had-
and enjoy. There was
He
someone
had
else.
a
Yes.
crush on someone else.
Yes, who shall
who
remain
was
nameless.
blonde and had big boobs.
I didn't say the
And-
blonde and big boobs
Yes, you
part.
did.
No, I did not.
And so
I
I,
would not
was
be
just going to
rude.
be for fun. Well, let's see how that turns out, huh?
Yeah.
28
So-
years?
Yeah, 28 years later.
Yes.
29, really.
And it's been long enough. The person that I had the crush on shall remain nameless.
Yeah.
All right.
We've already spilled too much information
Yeah.
from last video.
And which is why you brought that up to begin with.
Probably.
Yes.
All right. Next question. What part of your marriage vows do you think is the most important in y'all's relationship? That you have found to be the most important?
Oh, goodness.
But we really just we never really came up with our own vows. That was not a thing. Like when we got married, it was more of just
Reciting.
reciting what he said.
But I have to say that in sickness and health is very key to the last 3 years of our marriage. Dennis was very unhealthy, as was I, and we went from program to program, diet to diet, yo-yo to yo-yo, saying we don't care, then we care, and health has definitely been a crucial key into us being able to remain on this earth over the last 3 years. Richer or poorer, money is always something that you want to have, but sometimes you just don't have the privilege of having the actual money. But for us, richer and poorer is not always about money.
Poor in spirit. Rich in
It's
spirit.
right. For us, it's about our spiritual and faith relationship with Christ. And, we are very rich in spirit now, thankfully.
Awesome. Okay, now some fun questions. Where is your dream vacation?
We just talked about this.
30 seconds ago.
For me, it's always around water or to have something to do with water. And Dennis?
I would love to go to the Austrian border, where like the Band of Brothers at the very last episode, where there was a beautiful lake and a mountain. I would love to be able to go in that countryside. As a history fan, that's the one part of history I would like to explore more. The medieval history, not the modern history.
All right. If you had to pick a color to represent your spouse, what would it be?
Well, purple, because she loves purple so much.
Purple's also calming and royalty, so God's royalty. So I agree with that color for me. For Dennis, wow. I would venture to say the
Ginger.
is she rolling?
Yes.
All over the place.
Ginger.
Sorry, our dogs are...
Ginger.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Are being dogs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Come on. Oh, got it
Abby.
first. I would venture to say the most bright color that you can imagine represents who Dennis is as a person, because he is typically a very joyful person, and he, has a very positive outlook on life for the most part. And, if you could think of the brightest color blue or the brightest color yellow comes to mind for me with Dennis, just because it's a bright kind of out there color, and Dennis is definitely bright and out there.
Good. What is one of the best things about being married to your partner?
Oof.
I answered first last time.
One of the best things, I guess, for me is that I have someone to call when I need to vent. It's also knowing that, he can handle the things that either give me anxiety, or that he can handle the things that I just don't feel like doing. And that's pretty awesome to me. He's also someone who lifts me up when I need it, and sometimes even when I don't.
So it's very easy for me, is the fact that, like most guys, I need someone to be in my corner and support me. And that doesn't mean to be a mat and get walked all over, because she still disagrees with some of the things I may do or say, but she still supports me when I have an idea. And I have a lot of really weird ideas.
Okay. What animal do you think is your spouse's spirit animal?
Go ahead.
Sure.
They're sitting in my lap for me.
Yeah, but what kind of dog? See, that's the one I'm trying to figure out.
Oh.
Not
Yeah.
that they look like, just that, like,
I know. She's not a Labrador because she doesn't go to everybody.
she doesn't have golden retriever energy.
No, she does not. But she's just happy.
Maybe a border collie.
Oh, now that's cool. I would love that. Because I do try to sway people a certain way at times. Just like Bubba did.
No.
For those who don't know, we had a amazing dog. It was our Bubba. His name was Duke, and he was a border collie lab chow mix, and we miss him dearly.
Yeah, I think something like Duke would be more, not a super energetic, but got a wry end with her. Just
Every
once
now
in
and
a
again,
while,
he'd get his
yeah.
zoomies.
Yep. Okay. So there. Now it's your turn.
I don't know why this keeps coming to my brain, but a horse. I don't know why. Maybe because he's tall and
Strong.
strong, and
A little bit of a wild hair sometimes.
Do you like horses?
I do like horses.
All right. So the last question for now. What do you think your partner's perfect date would be?
Miss Congeniality just came to mind.
April 28th. Not too hot, not
Too
cold. Yeah, I've been married a long time. I've seen a lot of those movies. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So what would your perfect date be?
Yeah.
Oh God, Washington D.C. All the museums, the whole day, the whole weekend. 4. Your turn.
Oh, it's very simple. You wake up, you get to, as soon as you open up the door, you hear the ocean. Then you get to spend the entire day just sitting at the ocean while Cabana Boys come over and make sure that you have all the water that you need. And if you need to be fanned, that would be appropriate.
I could care less about Cabana Boys.
No, not like not like the that kind of. I'm talking about like just someone making sure your every need and whim is fulfilled. Yes, and then having a pool right next to the beach, so you don't actually have to go into the ocean, but you go into the beach so you can cool off without getting ocean on you.
Sounds right.
Is that accurate? Dad, was mom accurate?
Yes.
Not the. Yeah. Okay, I'll go with that. Yes.
All right. Sorry, I was
Anything
kind of tripped.
nerd-related is Dad's favorite part of a
Yeah.
date.
I
Anything.
have a date. We have a date coming up soon. We found an arcade in another city that for $13 you can play all day. So we're going to be doing that soon. So,
Oh, I do have one more question if y'all are willing to answer
Uh-oh.
another question.
well, it depends.
Is there a song that makes you think of each other other than your wedding song? Because I know your wedding song is Open Arms by Aerosmith, right?
Journey.
Sorry.
Come
Dang
on,
it.
get it together.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm slipping. I knew the name of the song.
Yeah. There's a song I listened to today, but I don't remember the name of it. You would have had to prepare me for that question.
I'm sorry.
It's not the song that reminds me of her. It's doing certain things. Like certain things will happen, and that's all I do is remember. It brings back a vivid, happy memory.
That's cool. All
So
right.
thank God it's not Gold Digger, right?
Yeah.
Mom and I used to
Well, you see,
jam
the
that
problem with
song
that
all
is
the
I would have
time.
to have money in order for her to be a gold digger, and we all know that ain't happening.
And I think
so.
28 years is a little long to play the long game, so.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's the end of our questions for now. Let us know if you have any questions.
Have
It
a
was
great
fun.
TTFN.
We'll see y'all later.
Toodles.
Bye.